So what KPIs matter to independent pharmacies? Well, I'm going to talk about 3 operational KPIs, and I'm going to talk about 3 accounting KPIs. So first, what is a KPI? A KPI is a key performance indicator that pretty much measures a company's or pharmacy's performance. All right, so on the operational side, one of the main KPIs that pharmacies need to watch and measure is the gross margin per prescription. Why is that? Because gross margin per prescription lets a pharmacist or the owner know how well a prescription is selling. Because if you're not making enough on a certain prescription, you don't want to necessarily provide that prescription or sell it. Because again, drug costs are a pharmacy's highest cost, and you're going to make sure you control that cost and also control the inventory you have on hand. Another KPI on the operational side is the net dollars per prescription. Again, that all goes back to making sure that you're only ordering what you need and what is selling in your store. Too often, pharmacies try to be everything to everybody. And you also, like most businesses, have to kind of niche and say, okay, we're going to be the pharmacy that only specializes in cancer medications. Or we may be the pharmacy that only specializes in dermatology prescriptions. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're making the most profit possible based on your demographic and what you're selling in your store. The last operational metric we're going to talk about is payroll ratio. And the reason I bring this up, even though it kind of straddles the fence on being both an accounting and operational metric, is because payroll is probably the next highest cost in a pharmacy. So you have your drug cost, which is pretty high, and then you have right under that your payroll cost, because you have to pay your employees. And one of the challenges that most pharmacies have is that they aren't well capitalized, because again, you're paying your drug costs up front before you get reimbursed by any insurance companies. You also have to pay your employees before you get reimbursed by insurance companies. So making sure that those metrics are in line with industry standards will help you be more successful in the long run. Now let's talk about your accounting KPIs, because you have your operations. Now you got to do the accounting side. So one of the key metrics is current ratio. That pretty much says, do I have enough money to pay short-term obligations? You also want to look at your inventory turn, making sure that your inventory is going out as quickly as possible, and also lining that up with how fast you're being reimbursed by the insurance companies. And then last, you want to look at how well you're doing, or if you're creating wealth for yourself. Because at the end of the day, a pharmacy is a business, and you're in the business to make money. You're also in the business to ensure that you're creating wealth for yourself. So you want to look at your return on equity. Is the business giving the owner what it needs to hopefully retire sometime in the future? Those are the KPIs.